Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first video on the channel. My name's Adam, and today we're starting a new Football Manager save. Now obviously subscribe to the video if you want to see more of this sort of content, but we're going to jump straight into things and I'm going to roll that VT.
Welcome to Debrecen, a Hungarian city with a population of 200,000 and a football team in decline. Since the year 2000, Debreceni VSC have been the most decorated side in Hungary, winning 7 league titles. Their greatest achievement, however, was reaching the Champions League group stage in the 2009-10 season. Sadly, their success didn't last long. After losing government support in the late 2010s, the club was eventually relegated in the 2019-20 season. There could, however, be light at the end of the tunnel. Following great success in Europe, Red Bull have decided to expand, with Debreceni VSC as the target. With the decline of the club, it is the perfect time for a takeover. With a 20,000-seater stadium, which the club moved into in 2014, and an academy set up to rival the best in the country, the club is already set for a comeback. And who knows, with the support of Red Bull, maybe Hungary can become a dominant force in world football once again. Welcome to Red Bull Debrecen.
Okay, awesome. Shout out to my girlfriend Em for that little intro there. She helped write that and obviously made it punctually perfect, and obviously did the voiceover as well, so big shout out there. So Debreceni SVC have been taken over by Red Bull, as you saw in that little intro video there. We're going to take you around the club to start with, have a look at a few little aspects, the money side, the finances at the club, the players, kind of what the goals are for this save and season. Then from there we'll jump straight forward into the first game of the season. I don't want us to wait around. I want us to get straight into things, go straight forward from there into the first game, and I'll show you a couple of the players if we bring anyone in, and any progress before we get there as well. So what we'll do is we'll catch you on that side and see you in a second. Okay, so starting off with the facilities and the club itself. So we have stayed at the same stadium. As mentioned, there is 20,000 seat all-seater stadium that they did move into in 2014. So it's the perfect place to start, as we've mentioned. Undersoil heating as well, with very good conditions. It does say it's owned by the council. That was a legal requirement in Red Bull's purchasing of the club. So technically the council have ownership of the club, but we'll keep that under wraps. With regards to the facilities, it's average facilities really at this stage, with adequate coaching, but there is exceptional youth recruitment. With Red Bull coming into the club and taking over, it's got a wide range of facilities available with regards to affiliates as well as recruitment. So obviously the youth recruitment has become exceptional. Now there is obviously affiliates when it comes to the Red Bull branding. You've got Red Bull Salzburg there, New York Red Bulls, Red Bull Leipzig, Red Bull London, which is something I'll tell you about, as well as Red Bull Brazil. Now there is also Bragantone, another Brazilian club, but for whatever reason they're not here, so ignore that. With regards to Red Bull London, they are another club that we have created to add in here. I thought it'd be just a bit interesting really to have another Red Bull club in there. Expands the universe as well a little bit more. I've played with Red Bull London back in Football Manager 20, very much enjoyed it. So just thought it'd be interesting. We could even keep an eye on them, see how they do. They are in Vanarama League South, but there you go. Just thought I'd make you aware of who that is. We should be hopefully bringing in some youth players from these countries where these clubs are based. So hopefully some Brazilian wonder kids maybe come through. Might not get into the national team for Brazil, but Hungary could benefit. Let's say that at least. So like I say, with that, we've got decent facilities to start with. And from there, hopefully we can start to progress things. Next up, we are at the finances. Now, obviously, again, with Red Bull coming in, they bring a lot of money. With that, you've got the 50 million overall bank balance in the club and a transfer budget of 20 million and £97,000 be able to be spent on wages as well. So we're in the money. We're way above any other club in this division. I think if we look at these teams, you can see that they're not average wage is £241 for Bekeskaba 1912. We are predicted to come top as well, I believe. Let me just get that up. Yeah, 1 to 91. So, as predicted, it's kind of, we're a team that, as we've mentioned as well, were fighting for Champions League football not long ago. So, it is all about the bounce back, get promoted, get fighting for that position as top of the table, winning promotion, and then from there, we can hopefully push forward and kind of become the team we want to be with this Red Bull Debrecen side. Looking at the squad, it's interesting. There's a variety of players here. There's a few youngsters that could be interesting. You've got Bevardi, who's 21, a bit of pace out on the right-hand side. Again, come through the Puskas Academy. With that as well, you've got Jankalic, a Serbian centre-half, who's a bit pace, not amazing, but he's all right. Nothing special. Then you've got Donat Barani, who's pressing forward, decent finishing. Yeah, again, another player that's not too bad, really, and hopefully could develop. Now, there are a couple of standout players for the club, if I just pop the ability up like that. So you have got the fullback, Korahut, Hungarian international wing-back. Again, very well rounded there. Looks like a decent player. Adam Body, again, can play in multiple positions in that midfield and attacking area. And then finally, the biggest name probably is Balas Dutschak. He's Champions League quality, but was. I don't know if he still is. Started his life at Debrecen. Obviously came back with this takeover coming in as well. PSV, Angie, Dynamo Moscow, all big clubs with Bursaspor in there as well. A couple of clubs in UAE. Big money spent on him previously. Hopefully he should be able to do it in Hungarian second division. 33 years old though, so can't rely on him for too long. Hopefully he'll get us up, maybe play a season or two in that first division. And from there, go forward. So I have gone for Gegenpress 4-2-3-1. I know it looks boring, but we want to keep it in line with the Red Bull kind of mantra of this attacking, pressing football. Young players coming through as well with the development teams. You can see we have got a couple of players in the youth setup that again could have some sort of promise. Agoston Beignet, a central midfielder there, as well as Adam Pinter, a winger who can again play anywhere across the middle. So all players that could potentially get into the squad, and hopefully as the seasons go on, we'll bring in more youth prospects and push forward. But like I said, what we'll now do is we'll jump through the friendlies. I'll show you kind of what happened there, as well as jump straight into the first game, and we'll push on from that point. Hopefully we might have brought in a couple of players to really get a bit of a taste as to kind of what positions, where we'll need, and I'll show you all about that. It's game day. So we have made some changes and brought some players in, as you can see here, as well as kind of I'll be able to show you where we're at with the team and everything like that. So first, like I say, I'll show you the team itself and the players we've brought in. So as you know, these guys were all brought in as part of the takeover. Then there's Christian Atsu, former Newcastle, Chelsea player, bought for £2 million. There are a couple of add-ons, I think, on there as well. But I think a decent buy, £2 million. Really quick winger, works hard enough. I think with the kind of style of play we want to play, he's obviously probably if not one of the best players in this division, which is great. Another player is Milan Vitalis, who we have also brought in, attacking midfielder or striker, a young player, 18 years old, future prospect. Hopefully he'll kind of come good in the few seasons. If not, hopefully we can make a bit of profit on him and kind of sell him on. Now there is a couple more signings that I want to show you. Because I thought we weren't going to need much signings this season, I've kind of planned for the future as well and raided Santos, as you can see here. So the first player we'll be bringing in is Kaiki. He's a 16-year-old centre-back from Santos, 6 foot tall at the moment. Hopefully he'll grow a little bit. And from there, you can see he's decent on the ball, as well as tackling, marking, all that sort of stuff. Obviously, hopefully his physicals will increase. He's only 16, plenty of time to do so by the time he comes down to us, which I believe is in January 2022, which is a little while away yet, a season and a half away. But I think by then we'll hopefully be in the Premier League. We'd be winning titles at that point, or fighting for them anyway. Next up is Sandra, centre midfielder. He'll be coming in a bit earlier than the other two guys who will be coming in this transfer window at some point. A centre midfielder or defensive midfielder, I'm going to look to play him centre midfield because that's the formation we're playing. We're working well with that. He has made an appearance for Santos themselves, brought in for, I think it was 8 million. Was that? 7 million. 7 million with 30 million possible. I just think it's worth it. He long term, I think he could become something pretty decent. Physically, again, only 17, so can grow, everything like that. And then finally, Renier, got him, again, 875k for him. He's a 17-year-old right winger, another player who I think we can bring in, develop along with the rest of the team. Hopefully, can take us up to the top division, as well as that going forward from there. So he will join us at the beginning of the next season. So hopefully he can sort of straight in, start playing ball for us. So we have been playing a 4-2-3-1. This isn't quite the team I don't think we'll be playing. Adam Body did just get an injury, probably the best central midfielder we've got. But to be fair, I'm pretty confident. We've played 4 friendlies, beating Budafok, Red Bull London, who are in League Panorama National South, so not a good team. Ashka, who is actually in our league, I think, down here. We beat them really comfortably, 3-1, no concerns there. And then drew Club Brugge, which I thought was a brilliant result, really, against a team like that. Again, Dujak's been fantastic, so is Zessi. They've both been very good, scoring a couple of goals in those friendlies. But today we've got Vasas, a team looks like playing 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Where would they be in the division? Where have they predicted to come? So they're the only people that look like they might come against us for the title. The closest ones. Okay, so with that, it's a big game. It's a big start to the season, a massive game, really. So let's just see how we do, where we go from here. Still obviously protected top, but let's jump in and manage this team, and I'll see you as the game kicks off. Okay, so we've got the lineup here. We have, as part of the rulings for the league, it does look like we need to make sure that there's one under 20 player on the pitch, as well as 2 under 20s in the whole squad, so that's one on the bench as well, at least. So we've got that covered at the moment. Hopefully, we've only got 3 under 20s in the team, so hopefully that doesn't last too long. But hopefully we can power through and get an easy win in the game. It's a great ball out wide by Atsu. Korahut on the left-hand side. Is he going to place back to Varga? We're going to whip this in. Get a goal early on. Lovely. 1-0 in the first minute and 20 seconds. You cannot complain about that at all. Mark Stesic, fantastic in pre-season so far. And hopefully it continues. He's done very well there. Korahut's able to have the ball, play a little 1-2 with Varga to get enough space to whip that ball in. And he's just there in between the defenders. Easy stuff. If this does turn out to be a really easy season, it might be a case that we skip through it quite quickly and kind of push this game on a bit. Just coming up to half-time now with a goal kick for Vasas, but we've been able to take hold of that. Paul at the back to Kahut. Is he going to look to drive forward Juzak? If we can get Juzak and Atsu on the ball, I'm pretty confident that there's no issues. As long as one of them's on the pitch, I think we can really do some damage. I mean, Korhut's, again, our left back is bombing forward, brings our wingers inside, as you know, with the gegenpress 4-2-3-1, and it just fills the box. We've got 4 players in there. Is that a penalty? Looks like it could be. Don't think there's any VAR in the Hungarian second division, so I think we're confident with that penalty. Who's stepping up? I don't normally pick penalty takers, so as expected, Zuzak, and he fires bottom left-hand corner. Lovely stuff. It's good to see. making it nice and easy. Lovely, 2-0, comfortable going into half time. We've absolutely dominated with 100 XG. Well, that would be something. We wouldn't be doing very well if we had 100 XG and we've only scored 2. But 1.1 XG coming into the half-time break, I think that will do nicely. So Adam Pinter has come on for Donat Brownie. Nothing really wrong with Brownie's performance at the moment. Just thought I'd mix it up. We're 2-0 up, quite comfortable, very comfortable. No real concerns at all. So we'll just power through. Juzak has now received it on the left-hand side, looking to take on his man. He gets it past the sliding tackle. He's driving towards the box. Is he going to cut it back? He does the Kahoot. Varga is free. Is he going to shoot? I do not know what's happened there, but we will take that. Lovely stuff. Bit of a rebound pinball machine goal there, but again, absolutely fine with me. We'll take it. 3-0. This is such a comfortable victory. I'm hoping there will be a team that may give us a challenge this season if this is the best the league's got. Especially considering we've only brought in Atsu. But I think as soon as we go up to the first division, there'll be a far greater challenge, especially with the amount of decent teams that are in there. But it's a lovely ball in, and again, Kinyick is there at the back stick. Juzak with the assist. This is 60 minutes in, 4-0 up. It's looking pretty easy. I could just relax, take a sip of my drink. Cheers, boys, and enjoy this. Enjoy the lovely 4-0 victory at the moment. If we don't win the league, I don't know what I'll do, but at this stage, I'm so overly confident. It's unbelievable. Lovely stuff. Okay, look at that. 4-0. Lovely finish to the game. We will always take that rolling on. Fantastic start to the season as well. Makes it all so much easier when you win that first game. You get it out the way. Positive result. And moving forward, I don't see any issue with how we're going to progress things. Fantastic win, 4-0. Korhout got player of the match. Can't really argue with that. Did very, very well. Atsu makes his debut. Again, good to see. Assist from Korhout that helped him get that man of the match. And I think from that, we're able to power on. Now, not sure exactly. Yeah, let's get that physio in, whoever that is. Not sure exactly who we will face next. We'll tend to do 2 games in a episode. I'll make sure they're all chopped up for you tonight, make it nice and easy. But we will look to come back. So how many games are in a season? It looks like there is a 38-game season, like the Premier League. So we'll come back around. Let's go for this time. We'll play the first round of the Magyar Kupa first round, as well as the game against Szolnok. So we'll see kind of where they end up. Maybe there'll be a bit more of an understanding as to who's who and how that works. The fact that the average wages are £170 does kind of give us a bit of an advantage, considering I think if we go on contracts, you can see here we've got players on a lot more money. Atsu being the one player that we brought in who's being paid 10 grand a week. So we are kind of cheating the league, but that's kind of how it works with Red Bull and these sort of teams. So like I say, anyway, if you enjoyed, obviously like and subscribe to the video. Make sure you do that so other people can take note. And then from that, we can come back next time and see how things have gone. And we'll catch you on the flip side. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you later.